Hey TI family, Christina Marie here, under heavy duty attacks. They're messing with my breathing. I probably sound like I'm 500 pounds right now, and I can assure you I am not. I am a teeny tiny thing who gets beaten like a beast. They make me feel like I'm Godzilla. Like they're trying to take down King Kong, and here I am, this little itty bitty thing. And I'm beaten to a pulp. But anyways, I'm gonna talk about, explain my experience. I'm gonna break it down, make it really, really short. This is really for any TI, and especially the ones in the early stages of their targeting that are in question about these beings that are doing this to you and their title or state of authority or place of authority. They have no authority over you. Any other titles are completely dismissed when they're committing crimes against innocent human beings, especially children. Their titles are no longer considered a matter because you have to actually put yourself in the shoes of going to a courtroom and them stating all the things that they're claiming in your V2K or thought inductions of who they are, and will that stick in court? Like, envision them telling this to a judge. So it is a facade. It is a delusional, arrogant, egotistical lie. They have no position of authority, and their minds are very delusional. So they try to force their delusional authority on the victim. They become chauvinist, arrogant, excuse my language, but it actually becomes a dick measuring contest. And they have to prove their strength. Now, if you have to prove how strong you are, not just once or twice, but throughout the day, every day, to a targeted individual, then you are admitting you are weak, and that the targeted individual is much more stronger than you could ever be and are. So that is a number one, that's like the red flag right there for manipulation. They basically tell on themselves all the time. So I just want to get that out there. I'm being hit right now. I'm having a hard time speaking right now. Forgive me. But they are very egotistically driven. And I'll be honest with you, my years of experience as a targeted individual in MK Ultra throughout my life, even as a child, I can assure you that these beings are very delusional, very egotistically driven. They feel like they deserve some form of respect from TIs, and if they don't get it, they will force it upon you. That is bullying. Imagine a bully picking on you at school and demanding your lunch money every day. That's not authority. That's not even survival of the fittest. That is a cowardly act, on a victim. That is no form of power, strength, or authority. They want to attack innocent human beings, and the women that I've encountered that are targeted individuals, they are very strong women, but they could, due to our compassion, and I'm trying to use the right words so I don't rub anybody the wrong way, because of our hearts and our compassion, in the beginning stages of your targeting, you could easily be taken advantage of and manipulated due to just having faith that, all human beings are good and trustworthy, and there's no such thing as an evil like this that could ever exist. I mean, it's just pure evil, wicked. And later on down your targeting down the road, you find out that, yes, it really does exist, and you can't just trust anybody. But that, once again, don't let it take your trust away from humanity and yourself, because that is their number one agenda, for you to lose trust in everybody, eventually including yourself. That's just part of the manipulation that they use. You have to keep in mind that these psychopaths with these weapons hate humanity. They seriously, honestly think they are the only things that should exist and need to exist. However, they envy us in such a sadistic, demonic form because they are without spirit. And this is the part that a lot of people really need to enter and understand. I'm not going to get into a whole belief system, spiritual hoopla whoopla, but it is what it is. These people are soulless, spiritless, and are disconnected from source. They are disconnected from the divine. Nature don't want them. The universe don't want them. Humanity don't want them anymore. God don't want them. Like, everything is rejecting, rebuking them, and it is what it is. So they are very envious of anything that is of the light. That's just bottom line. So just never question your state of authority, who you are, unless it's to dive into your spirit and your soul to figure out who you really are. But never question who you are for the sake of them, because without you, they are nothing. So just always overstand that, how incredibly beautiful inside and out you are, no matter what they tell you. Never believe a word that they say, because their patterns of oppression, keep this in mind as well, their pattern of oppression is a repeated pattern to eventually suppress, because they want to consume every single part of the individual. It's almost like stealing soul fragmentations. They want to oppress every part of the victim until they suppress. And they won't stop until they get it. They are very egotistically driven. Like I said, they think they're of some importance. Like we need to depend on them, but it is complete opposite. They will never reflect on themselves. They fear their own reflection. So this is another thing. You'll hear the constant accusations after accusations. All the negative thoughts and accusations are a reflection of themselves. If you do your research on how these, excuse my language, assholes work in their belief system, I'll make a perfect example of the Cabal. To rid themselves of karmic debt, they use people's vessels, minds, spirits, all that hoopla, hoodoo voodoo, to rid themselves of karmic debt. So basically what they're trying to do is reflect themselves through you. You need to understand that, so you won't have to work so hard to filter through these thoughts. Just know that they're not yours. That's it. The negative hoopla, mumbo jumbo, and spam and poison in the brain does not belong to you. It's not a reflection of yourself. You're allowed to have insecurities. You're a human being. You're allowed to be a human being having the human experience. There is nothing wrong with that. But don't allow them to prey on your insecurities, your flaws. Use them as tools. They made you who you are. They built character. They built strength, wisdom, lessons. And they make you a unique individual that separates you from, the sleepwalkers or the sheep. You don't have to be afraid to be who you are, because you're getting these poisonous thought inductions, this V2K, to tell you otherwise about yourself. They are all reflections of who these beings are. They are not a reflection of you. The reflection of you is everything that they want. Love, light, beauty, wisdom, knowledge, strength, courage, wise souls. We're like the wisest souls. We are the strongest. We're like super marvels. We are the Wonder Women, the super women, the supermen. If you want to be Batman, go for it, gentlemen. Deadpool, he's awesome. We are the Iron Man. We are all these superheroes in this world. And these are the cowards that are trying to define us using third dimensional terms. We cannot be defined with their words. They cannot define us. And if it is not loving, kind words, they cannot define us. If they are going to define any of us TIs via V2K or these thought inductions, it better be with love. Until then, be the authority and stand your ground. I love you guys.